What's going on, guys? DLegend here. Today we are going to be going over some of the items that I picked up while I was in Japan and in Hong Kong. Some of these are going to be for investment purposes, like longer term holds, and some of them are just going to be for my personal collection, and some are already sold. So yeah, really interesting little video coming up. Hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like if you do, and subscribe to the channel. So let's start off with some loose packs. So picked up quite a few just random loose packs. I'm not gonna show everything here, but a lot of stores in Japan do this. They like put a piece of tape over it, and then they just kind of tape your packs together for the ones that you pick up. So these were just some of the random ones that I picked up. I opened quite a few of these already, as you've probably seen on my channel at some point in time, or just on Instagram or whatever. But yeah, just some random booster packs from One Piece, from Rush Duel, and from regular Yu-Gi-Oh! And then quite a few loose packs of like just Pokemon stuff as well, but I opened up the majority of that stuff already, just because it's so easy to just rip open a pack when they're literally $1.25 US each, or basically $1 US each, something like that. While I was in Japan, or while I was in Hong Kong, I ended up finding some loose creation pack booster packs. These are Asian English, which, if you guys don't know, is pretty sweet. I really do like Asian English cards. They are just insanely high quality compared to their English equivalents, and most of these don't actually have English equivalents. So I have creation pack 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So I'm missing like 5, 6, 7, and I don't remember what they're up to at this point, maybe 8 even, but yeah, I figured I'd pick up some of these. I'm going to keep some of these just sealed for my, like at least one of each of these sealed for my personal collection, but the rest will probably be for sale if you guys are interested, or I will do a little box break of some sort. But yeah, really cool. This is the set that comes with the Stardust Dragon in Starlight Rare, which is absolutely insane. I guess it might be a QCR, but I think it could be a Starlight. I don't know off the top of my head, but from the bonus pack or the +1 pack, it's absolutely gorgeous. I think Strictly Sealed actually pulled it from his box, which is insane. But yeah, this one features the Sacred Beasts in Ultimate Rare, like the new version Ultimate Rare. So really cool sets, in my opinion. And then I don't remember what's in 2 and in 4. But yeah, pretty nice little pickups there as well. The other loose packs that I got were just this bundle of things from the Pokémon Cafe in Shibuya. So if you go to basically where Shibuya Square is, where the Shibuya Crossing is, you'll find the Pokémon Cafe, which is not necessarily where they sell a whole bunch of Pokemon products. They do for sure, but they didn't have any Terastal Festival booster boxes for sale. I saw a huge box of them behind the counter, but they just said none of them were for sale, so I'm assuming they were for pre-orders or something along those lines. This should be every pack from the Scarlet Violet era up to this point with Electric Circuit. So I will probably be doing an opening on these at some point in time. I think it's like 16 packs in total, and yeah, we'll save that for the time being because I'm not going to go into that right now. The last loose pack that we got in terms of just items was this Strike of Neos booster pack. So I got this for about 10 Canadian dollars, which is like maybe $7 US at this point in time, if my conversion is right. And it's just an OCG Strike of Neos pack for 10 Canadian dollars. Can't go wrong. I actually got this from Fuku Torika, so a really great store, and I figured I'd actually just keep it all sealed in a little team bag for my personal collection, because I do have an Neos ready to go to a Japanese OCG version Ultimate Rare going to PSA in the next little while, and then hopefully I should have a PSA 10 and then this for my personal collection as well, so figured I'd pick it up. Next up for Yu-Gi-Oh! We picked up a few of these Rush Duel starter decks with Flame Wingman, of course. I opened 2 of them already, did not get anything good out of them. I think we got Avian and one of the newer Rush Duel cards as the guarantee, like the hollow pull that you can get out of each box. So basically there is a starter deck, and then you get one random card in a higher rarity. So very interesting. If you guys haven't seen my opening on this before, definitely check it out. I have opened up, I think, 2 or 3 of these in the past, and then I think I have like 4 sealed left, something like that, but I'm gonna probably just keep these sealed for my personal collection unless somebody is really interested and cannot find them anywhere else, then maybe I will let one go to you. Next up, we have a Rush Duel booster box of the set featuring Ancient Gear Golem. I'm definitely going to be ripping this in the next little while just to see if we can pull the Rush Rare Ancient Gear Golem. Would be really cool to see. I did see the Ancient Gear Golem in stores only once or twice, but it was about $60 US, $75 US for that versus this booster box, which was like 3,500 3,500 yen, something like that, which is like $25 US or so. So I figured I'd pick this up and enjoy the experience of ripping this at some point in time. And the last Yu-Gi-Oh items I got for, in terms of sealed, were these Creation Pack 3 boxes. So I got these in Hong Kong. Relatively good price compared to if you try to buy them on eBay and stuff like that. I think they're going for about $70 US on eBay right now. But these are specifically printed for Thailand, Hong Kong, I want to say Taiwan as well. Oh, Indonesia, the Philippines, Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand, yeah. So those are the main countries that it is actually technically printed for, but really cool to see. I love the box art, of course, featuring Armatile. And yeah, these are the first print run boxes with the bonus pack. So I'm going to be ripping open probably one of these at some point in time. I have a couple of them. So yeah, that's that for the time being. And moving on to our sealed Pokemon items. So this is a crazy little story, guys. So Terastal Festival was released the day that I landed in Japan, technically. No, I actually landed the day after. So I landed on like the Saturday. And I think the release date was December 6th. No, it actually did release the day that we landed, but we landed really late at night and nothing was open. So I waited till the next day, Saturday, to see if I could find any of these in stores. And literally, guys, they were sold out basically everywhere. There was just one random locals or trading card shop that did sell me one booster box of this for the retail price, which was 5,500 yen, which is insane to me. But the rest of the stores that I went to had them already marked up to like 8,000 yen a box, 9,000 yen a box, 10,000 yen a box. So they were already, like, literally the day after release, already hitting the shelves at significantly higher prices. And so I didn't pick any up at 7,000 yen because I was like, you know what, I'll probably be able to find more at some point in time. But in hindsight, I probably should have picked up a few of these at 7,000 yen because that's significantly cheaper than what they're going for right now. Even though there is a reprint now for Terastal Festival. And yeah, just a super fun set to open. I never opened a box myself so far, but I went to one store called Kittyland, which is basically like a Toys R Us equivalent, although they do also have Toys R Us in Japan, that sold customers 10 packs per person as the limit. And so me and my brother each got 10 packs, and that's where we pulled very, very well. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out, but I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about in the next little while. And then I actually picked up another one of these Japanese boxes in Hong Kong as well, because I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna grab one more while I'm here in Asia, and I don't have to worry about shipping to myself in my hometown or anything like that. It was just available, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it. It was a seller with like 1 billion boxes, so I don't think he really went into like search them or anything like that. Last one is a traditional Chinese box of Terastal Festival. This one I think I'm going to keep in my sealed collection. I think it's just a really cool item. I really don't come across Chinese Pokemon products really ever. And of course, technically being from Hong Kong, with my parents being from there, I figured it would be just a cool little item to have in my sealed collection. But I did open a decent, maybe like 10 or 12 booster packs of these, just loose packs, and I did not pull anything good out of them. So kind of turned me away from opening these loose packs up, because I feel like the sellers, even convenience stores, were literally like not being super honest with the way they were selling the packs. And so I just didn't quite trust them for loose packs compared to Japan, where I went to convenience stores and I picked up a few loose packs and I pulled decently out of them. I think I pulled a couple Master Balls and some other decent hits out of them. So yeah, that's kind of it for the sealed items. I'm gonna move them off to the side real quick so I don't wreck anything, and then we'll go into our singles. All right, so for singles, just an assorted variants of things. Like, so I went to a random, so Gundam has like a playable arcade game right now. And these are the cards that you use to play the arcade games. So they're pretty interesting. These are actually holographic cards. You can't really tell in this lighting. Let me try to turn on another light. Some of them, actually, I don't know if, yeah, they are holographic for sure. It's just that you can't really tell in this lighting. Like this one is definitely hollow. But yeah, I figured these were kind of neat little things and they were giving them up for free. So I was like, yeah, sure. Why not grab a few? They can just hand them out as freebies or whatever else to people that actually appreciate Gundam. And my dad likes Gundam as well. There was actually one called Legend Gundam or something like that. So I kept it for myself because obviously DLegend. Just some other random stuff that I think I pulled these from the premium pack. Nothing crazy, but I haven't seen the premium pack in person yet, so I like the random hollow patterns that they got going on here and the sparkles and everything else that they got tossed in here. I'll show you the pull that I got from the premium pack in just a second as well. And yeah, okay, so I actually did open this already, but this is a VMAX Climax pack from what I understand in Chinese. First time opening this setup, I thought we were guaranteed something better than what we actually got, but we got a hollow water energy, and I thought this was a god pack at first because I was like, yo, it went like this. It was like, and then I was like, oh, okay, there's got to be a god pack, but no, it's just some random stuff, like an Urshifu single strike, and then some random comments. So literally nothing too crazy out of that, but it was a fun little rip, and I really like this pack art. It's pretty unique in my opinion compared to most other sets. Oh yeah, this is the Legend Gundam, so this is the one that I'm keeping for myself. Behind that we have a couple other cards. We got this Majestic Star Dragon. I can't even take it out of the sleeve, but it was only like 980 yen for a Ghost Rare, so I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's pick it up, and I'm sure somebody will want it, even if I don't actually want it at the end of the day. So I was like, yeah, why not just hang on to it and deal with it later if I want to keep it or if I want to sell it. Next up, let me just get these out of the top loaders because it is a bit of effort to showcase. Picked up some random Rush Duel cards, not too many, but this was like the Ancient Gear Golem equivalent. Not quite an Ancient Gear Golem card, but very cool over Rush Rare. And I think it was pretty cheap too, so happy to have picked that one up for sure. And then we also got this, I think we got 2 copies of this. So I got one for my boy, the Panda Duelist. This is the new Supreme King Neos card from Supreme Darkness or whatever it's called, the set is called. Yeah, very cool Ghost Rare holographic foiling. And we're not getting this in this TCG, so I figured I'd pick this up for my boy and for myself. Neat little pickup, considering we're not getting it in English, in this rarity at least. Next up is a card that I pulled myself out of one of the Creation packs. So this was Creation Pack 3, and we got ourselves a Dinoster Power, the Mighty Draco Slayer. The quality on this is really, really crazy. You can tell the texturing is just insane compared to anything in English. Looks really good in my opinion, and it's very heavy cardstock, so high quality printing compared to what we have here. I'm probably just going to keep this in my personal collection. It's really not worth too much from my understanding, but it's just a cool little pull that I got. What else do we got here? We got ourselves an Exodia Incarnate, or whatever it's called, Obliterate, Exodia something from Infinite Forbidden. It was 700 yen, so like $5 US or less even, and I figured I'd have to pick it up. Same with this Power Tool Dragon, also a holographic rare from Duelist Pack 27. This was out last time I was in Japan, but they were selling it for like significantly more back then, so I didn't really want to spend the cash on it back then because it wasn't that cool to me, but this one is worth it in my opinion. 500 yen, can't go wrong. Next up, a couple other cards. So this is a Rise of the Duelist Gaia, the Dragon Magical Dragonite or whatever the heck it's called. And I think it comes from the, no, this one doesn't come from the bonus pack. This one comes from the set itself, but very, very nice Starlight Rare. And it was really cheap too. I think it was like maybe 1,000 or 500 yen, something like that. So I was like, you know what? I gotta pick it up. I do have the Starlight Rare in English, and I'm very, very happy with that. So I'm gonna probably just grade this one as well and just keep it in my personal collection as well. Very, very cool card in my opinion, and extremely cheap. So next up, we have another Rush Duel Rare. This one's the brand new Cyber Harpy Ladies Pet Dragon type situation. No, Harpy's Pet Dragon, and in Overrush Rare. I got this for my cousin actually, because he's actually been wanting to own this card for a while, and this was like one of the only cards he actually wants. But it doesn't exist in English because they don't have Rush Rares in English. And I saw this, and then the price difference between this and the ultra rare version was not that crazy, so I was like, you know, let's just grab this, and then I'll probably grade it for him and send it off to him as a little late Christmas gift slash early graduation gift of some sort. I don't know, but he is graduating in April actually, so maybe by the time it comes back from PSA it'll be perfect timing. What else do we got going on? Let me find some more stuff. Okay, so this one was dirt cheap. I literally, no brainer, just a Rush Duel Ancient Gear Golem, like nothing crazy. It was 50 cents. Like, cannot go wrong with that. It's just an ultra rare Rush Duel Golem, really cool card. And then this behind it is a Elemental Hero Cosmic Neos. I think it's from Savage Strike, and it's an ultimate rare, so we didn't get this in English. Figured I'd pick it up. It was really cheap as well, so. Next up, I think we have just a bunch of like Pokemon singles that I pulled from Terastal Festival. Just some random A-Spec cards, nothing crazy there. A couple Pokeball cards, which came from my God Pack, if you guys haven't seen it. Apparently these trainers are very hard to pull, but I don't know why they're dirt cheap. Like, I guess nobody cares for them, or something like that. But yeah, just quite a few just random Pokeball reverse holos. Some of them are nicer than others in my opinion. I'm not really gonna showcase all of them here, I don't think, because it will take a while. But yeah, they're all really nicely textured, and I really like this Salamence Roaring Moon type thing. Would have been nice to pull more Master Ball ones, but I have a few, and I will show you them in a bit here. Most of these are for sale if you guys are interested, because I don't really need a master set or anything like that. I'm not going for that. And I probably have a few more too. Oh yeah, this one is the card that we pulled from the premium pack. It's a secret rare from that set, and then just some other random Pokemon cards that we pulled. I'm pretty sure probably pulled this as well, because I don't remember buying it. I don't think I would have gone out in my way to buy one of those random illustration rares. But yeah, that's kind of it for the singles as well, except for the high-end stuff, which I'm going to show you guys now. Hopefully you guys are stuck around up to this point, because this is where things get a little crazy in terms of what we picked up. So as you can see here, we have Umbreon. This is like the new Moonbreon or the Sunbreon, whatever you want to call it. I literally don't know what the name of this is yet in terms of the nickname, but this is the Terastal Festival or Prismatic Evolutions Umbreon, the chase card. We have 5 copies here. These ones are for my boy Jay, Misprint Squid on Instagram. He asked me to pick up copies for him under a certain price, and every single day that I was there, the price kept increasing, because he asked me, like, so the first day I was in Japan, and I saw these up for sale, it was sitting for like, I think it was selling for like 32 to 35,000 yen, but then the price continued to creep up while I was there, from Tokyo to Osaka, and prices just kept climbing. The highest price that I saw these sell for, or like were listed for in the store, was 46,000 yen. I could be wrong, but something crazy like that, because they were originally selling for like 300 or 30,000 yen. So very interesting to see, and to be part of a release of a new set in Japan, like for something this crazy. These are all going to be like PSA 10 worthy copies in my opinion. Like, they might be slightly off-centered left to right or top to bottom, but they are very clean. There's really nothing wrong with them, other than like some of them have like weird cuts now that I look at it, but it's really nothing crazy. And honestly, like, they're all PSA 10 worthy copies, and that's kind of what he wanted. So I'm happy to have picked these up for him at hopefully a price he is happy with. But yeah, 5 copies for Jay. And then for myself, let me just show you guys real quick some of the things we pulled. So we pulled an Eevee, just Pokeball, which is pretty sweet. I really like that card. Wouldn't mind the Master Ball version at some point, but it is what it is. These are the Master Balls that we pulled. So we have a Jirachi, very cool. I think this is one of the better ones. A Gabite, or a Gibble, I think. And then I don't remember what this guy's called, but 3 Master Balls, and they are all actual Pokemon. So that's pretty sweet compared to just getting a trainer or an item. Yeah, I might grade the Jirachi, and then the other 2 I might just sell. I feel like Jirachi has enough fans out there that it might be justifiable to grade. The others I'm not quite sure about. In terms of my evolution pulls from Terastal Festival, have a decent amount considering we only opened like maybe 30, I think I counted and it was 38 packs in total. So as you can see here, we have ourselves 2 of the Umbreons are not pulled. So these 6 cards we did pull out of my 36 packs, which is absolutely bonkers. Like, my brother pulled one Glaceon literally the pack after I pulled another Glaceon, so it must have been from 2 separate batches of packs or something like that. We just kind of kept them all in one bundle, in all honesty, and then just opened them up one at a time, kind of a thing, because we didn't know when we were going to find more packs, but it was a lot of fun to try to just hunt some packs down here and there. And yeah, the rest were just pulled. So 1, 2, and 3, I believe. And this were pulled from the same God pack. Pulled 2 Glaceons back to back in the same night, and then pulled another Leafeon randomly from another loose pack. So it was a really fun little opening. I honestly think that most of these are going to be, like, they're going to be PSA 10 worthy for sure. The Jolteon's slightly off-centered, I would say. Everything else looks good to me. And I'm probably going to send some of these to BGS because they are very, very clean copies. Especially this copy of the Umbreon that I pulled myself. Looks absolutely stunning. And I truly think it's a BGS 10 black label, but again, everybody that submits cards to BGS probably thinks they have a black label in their hands. So we'll see how it goes. I want to say for sure it should be a BGS 10, even if it's not a black label. So I think we will do well there. But that'll be an experiment, and I'll show you guys before I submit them. But yeah, this is another copy of Umbreon that I picked up for myself, and this one as well. But yeah, I was running out of top loaders, which is why I had to stick them in to the same top loader, but it's all good because they are gonna fit very well there. But that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Many copies of Umbreon, as you can see here. We'll probably make that the thumbnail. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you all next time. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Peace.